The reason I believe it's so important for us to discuss the politics surrounding body hair is because for literal centuries, women's bodies have been politicised. Everything we do, someone has to impose a meaning on it, and that meaning often ends up linking to our morality. But that same judgment is rarely ever placed on men. Do you guys date women?
Yeah. I do. Yeah.
Okay, so what are your preferences when it comes to maintenance down there?
Certainly wouldn't be a showstopper for me. Like, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing just because of the scenario down there. But for me, trimmed is basically the one. You know, it's just more hygienic in my opinion.
Okay.
But I would go anyway.
And how about you?
I'm a firm believer. It's like it's your body, it's your choice. But sexually, I definitely have a preference for shaven or completely bald. And it's mainly just because of oral. I just don't enjoy it in my mouth or like, in my nose. It was a bit of a turn-off for me, and yeah, it's not my jam.
Have you ever been with a woman who has a full bush?
Oh, pretty much, yeah. So,
what was that like for you?
I do not mind at all. I do not care, to be honest.
Have you ever thought about the reasons why you have these preferences?
I think it's a lot of it is perception of it. Yeah, it's like seeing that someone's taking care of themselves, and then I think, oh, you're probably more of a cleanly person. There's that sort of mental link rather than anything like backed up by actual, evidence.
When it's shaved, you can actually see the penis going in and out of the vagina.
Yeah.
And you're a product of your upbringing. If you've only ever seen porn with a shaven vagina and a shaven penis, then that's kind of what you then associate with this is now what a vagina looks like.
I'm in the porn capital of the world, Hollywood. A place so associated with hairlessness that it's even had a bikini wax named after it.
Does everybody feel good, or do you want a little rehearsal real fast?
Over the last 10 years, online access to free pornography has exploded. One leading porn site receives over 100 million hits a day.
A little dab on her lips, or like bite your lips even, just to bring some color back to them.
And studies show that porn is where many young people go to learn about sex and also what makes a woman desirable.
When you two greet one another, familiarity, like a little warmth from the two of you, because you're fucking later.
I've come to meet two adult performers on the set of their latest film.
Slate, please. Slate, out of the vein, 1B, take 1.
Leading lady Casey Calvert and director Lena. Recently, there's been some change. Several of the industry's superstars are now bringing back their bush.
Because through the 90s and the early 2000s, 95% of girls were completely shaven. So then bush became its own category for the fans who like to see pubic hair. And what I think has happened in the past 3 years or so is that girls who are A-list girls who are super famous, stopped shaving. And that became okay, and people still shot them, and that kind of trickles down throughout the business.
Do you ever get comments from your audience in regards to your pubic area? Like, what are their preferences?
It's very polarizing. So there's definitely a lot of men that are like, oh my God, her bush is disgusting. Lena Paul's so cute, but she'd be so much hotter if she shaved. It's kind of one of those things, though, just like being a woman in any other space, it doesn't matter what you do. You could be made in a fucking computer, and there's going to be a subset of men that are going to tell you that you were made incorrectly.